Take one, action. What's wrong with these? Why are you not looking for like a 350Z or 370Z? What's wrong with them? So you want to buy an Infiniti G35 or G37? I'm happy to tell you that you're at the right spot. Because right there. But before this video even gets started, my name is Dan. If you haven't already, subscribe, like a video, and comment down below what car you own and why you bought it. So first, a little bit of a backstory as to how I got this G35. December of last year, found the car on Copart, rebuilt it, and here we are. That is a 5-month-old summary. And today I was supposed to film a complete different video, a huge install on the 370Z. Things got delayed, things went wrong. It's still coming next week, don't worry. But I was sitting around and thinking, and I've done so much research on this car and know a good amount about it where I feel like I can make that video of, if you want to buy it, this is a video to watch. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the engine first. The G35 is very similar to 350Zs, began being made in 2003 with the DE model. This engine basically has one intake, comes roughly with 290 horsepower. Other than being known for drinking a lot of oil, which we're gonna get to in a little bit, these engines are very, very good for tuning. Due to this being built on the same platform as the 350Z, the aftermarket for this car is just absolutely insane. You can do so many things with the DE, from intakes to plenum spacer to different plenum to catch can to bigger throttle body to a tune to throttle body spacer. This car for aftermarket platform is absolutely amazing. So if that's why you're gonna get it, you're in the right spot. Now when it comes down to reliability, these cars can be reliable but also not at the same time. They are known for leaking oil, mainly through the valve cover gaskets, which are right here, but also burning a lot of oil due to the O-rings. Some car just stopped and looked over here and then kept going. I'm scared. From the year 2003 to 2004, the DEs were made where it's only one intake. Where from 05 to 07, the rev up engine came along, which is still a 3.5 liter single intake, but just a tad bit better than the DE model. But the worst thing about the 05 to 07 rev ups is they actually burn a lot more oil than the DE models from 03 to 04. Me personally, mine is an 04, so we're chilling. I'm sorry, that was really mature, but really cool fact, 03 and 04 models bring the big brakes out of factory. It is not an option, it just comes with the car as is. When it comes to the G37, the engine is pretty much kind of completely different. It is a VHR, which brings 2 intakes, does not drink up nearly as much oil, and it has about 30 horsepower more than the G35. G37, which comes in the HR, started being made in 2008 or 2009, I believe, right with the Nissan 370Z. These cars are basically, imagine a 370Z or 350Z, but more classy, more for gentlemen, businessmen, and that is why you have things like card holders. Back there you have things to put on your suit. But yes, the VHRs that come in the G37, they're very good, reliable engines, except they tend to leak oil from the valve cover gaskets and the gallery gaskets or galley gaskets. Those are right in front of the engine, kind of in the middle of all the timing and all that. It is a very big, annoying job to do, but it has to be done if you're leaking oil from there. And that is due to getting it tuned and going pa 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 way too much. I gotta stop. The differences between the G35 and G37 are not huge at all, but I am making this video to inform you guys. So on the screen right now, I'm gonna put every single main difference between G35 and G37. But when it comes to engine, that is pretty much the basics. So my 2004 right here has 170,000 miles, and it actually has a newer engine, which only has 120,000 miles roughly. That is pretty much when it comes to engine. I could get super in depth, not depth, yes, depth. But it's gonna make this a 30-minute video. That is pretty much the overall. 03 to 04, it's a DE, 05 to 07, rev up a little more horsepower, a little better, but does burn a lot more oil than 03, 04. Whew. Okay, so talking about drivetrain, also, oof, look at that little cluster I put in the car, but these come in a 6-speed manual or a 5-speed automatic. Either way, you can't really go wrong, but I personally prefer the manual. These CD09s are pretty decent, and it's just a little more fun with the car. The cars do come in the front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive mode. Or if you have a sedan, you actually have an option for a G35X or G37X, which is a 4-wheel drive. My friend back in high school had that, and it was quick off the line. So when it comes to different trims and options, I'm gonna put it up on the screen, but my car came with a DVD right there, navigation system, along with this little... Oh, does the car have to be on? No way. Wait, hold on. Are you serious right now? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn on the car. I'm gonna turn on the car. Hold on. It just, oh, it's almost coming out. Bro, are you kidding me? That's so stupid. Well, that's the little screen I want to show you guys. The car does come with Bose. Up there's like all the climate controls, tells you the outside temperature, a whopping 94 degrees right now. I used to never like this clock, but after owning the car, it's pretty cool. If you didn't already know, you click on the key and the trunk opens up. Also do have a little button right here for the trunk, traction control, and then there's the lights for the dash. Open this up. It has a go. Oh, wow. Yeah, you can see. It has a very good amount of space on the trunk. Look at this big box. It just fits back here. It also does have back seats, which you can push down like I did. But yeah, if you need a fun car that also has room, this is a lot of room. Especially compared to the Z's, this definitely overtakes it. Hey, let's do a rundown. So you found the G online. Now you're at the place looking at the G in person. What should you look for? Generally, you want to go look at a newer one that hasn't been crashed to just get an idea of what a quote-unquote normal G35 would look like in person. And then you want to go look at the other one. You honestly want to look at the suspension. Make sure there's like no weird camber on one side, then regular camber on the other side. You obviously want to come and look at the paint. These cars' paint, it's not the greatest. So I mean, look at that. It's a 2004 and the paint's already coming off. Not the greatest. So pop the hood. A lot of G35 especially have this problem right here with the hood kind of goes under the fender and it just kind of ruins everything. It's really annoying, really hard to fix, so just beware of that problem. Make sure this whole radiator support, I don't know if that's what you call it, isn't like broken. You obviously want to go ahead and check the oil, see how the oil levels are. Most importantly, when you're at the engine bay, you want to go look at the valve cover right here. Look around where the bolts are, make sure there's no oil, and if there is, kind of ask them to either change the valve cover gaskets or to lower the price for you because it's probably leaking oil and you're gonna have to fix it. Make sure that the plenum isn't missing any bolts that might lead to like a misfire later on or a weird idle. Always want to get under the car sometimes, just kind of look around for some rust, especially if you're in the northern states. Make sure everything looks good. This car has no rust. Look at the suspension. If the car's very lowered, it might be on coilover, so you might see that the car's modified. If you're looking for a project car, I guess it doesn't really matter if it's been modified or not, but if you're looking for like a nice long-term car, you might not want to look for one that's highly modified or has been tampered with or turned back to stock. When it comes to the interior, you do want to see if the seats are like messed up, which mine are horrific. They're horrible. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. It's basically just like a regular other car inspection. Look for weird body gaps. Looks normal. If you actually don't want to buy a G37 and want to keep the G35, but you like how G37s look better, you can actually do a full G37 swap front end. Everything about this car is very, very reliable, but let's talk about some of the really bad things that are just gonna go wrong. Control arm bushings do tend to go bad, but then again, this is almost a 10-year-old car. You could expect it. Locking and unlocking mechanism really doesn't work that well. It's locked. Unlock it. It doesn't unlock. It is. You have to like spam it sometimes. Nope. Okay. Oh my gosh! I actually got scared for a second. A lot of people complain about the CDO1 transmission and how it grinds from time to time, especially like 5th gear, 6th gear. Although the seat motors are great for an older car, they sometimes just absolutely suck. I remember this one time I pushed the seat up a little bit and it did not want to go back. So the seat was literally stuck over there. The passenger couldn't get in. It was horrible. And I had to like literally push back the seat really hard as I'm moving it back. It was bad. Probably doesn't apply to G37s, but it is a problem that you want to look for. Mostly, I believe the G37 is pretty good when it comes to technology and things like that. I think the biggest thing is just like the engine difference and the fact that the G37 may also leak oil. Headlights will no longer be headlights. They will look like freaking alien eyes. The problem you might have is you're just driving randomly and the VDC off and the slip light will turn on. A lot of people have that problem. I have yet to find a solution. If you know how to fix it, let me know down below. I honestly haven't had the time to look into it. But yeah, that is another problem that you will have. Dude, yesterday I did leg day and my legs are so done. That car's squeaking so bad. What the heck? I'm not gonna lie, today was a really rough day, but I was determined to bring you guys this video. So honestly, I just hope to help you out a lot. I put as much info in this video as I possibly could, whether it was me speaking or showing up on text. I'm pretty sure I covered every single thing you need to know about G's or Z's. Be sure to let me know down below again, like I said, why you want a G or why you want a Z, or what car you bought and why, or what you like better, G35s or 350Zs. Let me know. Let's start a war. Now, when it comes to recommendation, I do honestly believe this is a great starter car. I believe the aftermarket for this car is absolutely disgusting. There's so many things. You can literally convert this car to a GTR. Like what? I'll personally go for what I have right now, which is the 03 to 04 model. I don't think that the rev up for the amount of horsepower, the little better it is, it's worth it, especially with how much oil it leaks and just burns compared to the 03 or 04 model. But now I'm gonna end it off right here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Keep killing it out there. You got this. I believe in you. I love you. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Hasta.